Hi guys, how you doing? Um, I'm live on my front porch. I have some updates, and it's all good, you know. Um, I learned a long time ago just to go with the flow in life, and that the universe is conspiring to make our life make, at least for me, the universe is conspiring to help me out, make my life better. So it's all good. What I'm going to say. Um, in fact, it's cool. So my wife and I are getting a divorce. We're going to sell our house, and we'll split the equity 50-50. Um, I don't remember reading that, but um, I still keep the house payments up though. We don't want the people to come in and just take the house. We want to sell it, so the bills are still being paid, and I'm actually excited about it actually because I like change. I like adventure. I something about it's both being in a house where you just know you're always at the same place, and then on top of that, you're with all these old people. They're 55 and over, and they all want their quiet, and they're all dying in their coffins, and it's hard. They don't want to be woken up. Not all of them, but there's a gist of that around here, and I don't really like that vibe. I don't really like it for my music. I don't like it for just my lifestyle of just trying to be wild shirtless guy. But every time I come in our area where I live, I have to button up two buttons. I'm not allowed to have my shirt open because the neighbors will all complain. And then the neighbor right next to us is like four times they put rules in my little cubicle as kind of a warning or threat. They look out, Jimmie. We can do you're breaking the rules here with your music, and I think it's stupid. I just there's like a ghost town here, but not in a good way. It's not like I'm it's not because I'm lost in love. It's because it just really is a ghost town. So I'm going to try to stay in Marietta, Temecula area though, because I love you guys in Marietta, Temecula. If anybody has any extra room that they know of, let me know. If you feel like if you want to help, let me know. Because I'll need to rent a room or something. I have a few months to do it though, because I won't be moving out until the house is sold, so that won't be for a few more months. So I got some heads up time. But I'm actually relieved a little bit. We were in over our head a little bit here. I didn't really have the money to really afford living here. Um, I pay the mortgage every month. I haven't missed one. But every month, at the end of the month, I'm a couple $100s in debt. If that gets worse, eventually I won't be able to pay the mortgage, and then that'll be worse than that, worse than this. And already it's the 6th of the month right now, and I don't even have food money the rest of the month. I just don't have money to buy food for the rest of the month. So it sucks kind of, but it's also kind of exciting. I like challenges. I like adventure. I when I was 13, I took a walk from like midnight to 2 in the morning or so, and I figured all my life out basically, and I stuck to that. And one of the things I figured out, there's many things I figured out. I thought about almost everything in my life. One of the things I thought about was I didn't want to end up like the adults around me that just sit there in their couches and they just sit there in their living rooms and they just sit and they just want to sit and they want to sit and they want to sit. And I said, I'm not going to be like that when I grow up. And sure enough, I'm not. I walk every day. I get out of the house. It's kind of actually kind of a drag to come back to the same house every day, just knowing it's the same house. I mean, I like it. It's okay, but there's no adventure there. There's no. I can't even spend my YouTube money because it just goes toward my debt. If you can believe that. Like I'm every month I'm like $200 in the hole, and as far as my money goes, after all the bills are paid, and so my YouTube money just makes me $100 in the hole instead of 200. I never see any of that money. I don't get to do anything with my YouTube money, and I make $100 a month about. So I don't even see that. It just goes toward my debt, but the debt keeps coming, and the debt doesn't get better. In fact, the debt might get worse, or might be getting worse. So I'm just being transparent with you guys. I'm not gonna give my wife problems about the divorce. I'm just gonna, we agreed. We'll do it. I don't know. Something it smacks of Shirtless Guy. This idea. What am I? Shirtless guy supposed to sit in a house it's too domesticated for me anyway. And plus I have to walk half an hour just to get from the street to my house, and all that half an hour I have to have my shirt buttoned up 2 buttons, so the polite, good, holy neighbors will complain on me. Yeah, it's a good idea. No idea right now exactly what the details will be of where I'll be or what's exactly in details going to happen, but I'm looking forward to it, actually. To be honest, and I don't like that phrase because it sounds like you're not being honest otherwise, but to be honest, I'm being honest when I say, when I left for Escondido a couple years ago, I left for 13 months because Dal and I needed to be apart. I actually had an excited feeling when I left then too, and sure enough, that a lot of stuff, I learned a lot during that 13 months. It's when I met the moderator, who's not my friend anymore, but he gave me the Radarator. He gave me my setup on OBS Studio to record, mic 2i2, the whole thing. He invested himself in my sound and my betterment as an artist, and I'll never forget that. And I thank him for it. Thank you, Moderator. A person doesn't undo all the good they do just because they don't keep doing good at some point. They still have done the good they've done, and they still were my friend. And they get credit for that in my book. I don't just go, well, he's not my friend. I don't do that. He has his reasons, and that's fine. I'm just glad I met him. I'm glad he helped me. Because he basically formed the artist Jimmie, Shirtless Guy. I was the shredder guitarist Shirtless Guy, but I'm the artist Shirtless Guy too because of him, basically. I mean, I had to do the work and I had to be that, but he directed it, so he was a large part of that. But I just can't resist the rhyme, the matter hater. I mean, I mean, it's such a beautiful rhyme. I hate that I have to even say it like that, but it just has to be said. It's such an elegant twist of linguistics. You know what I'm saying? Matterator to matter better to matter hater. Where are you, Matter? So I'm just being transparent with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed me trying to do Wait by White Lion. I've never learned that song till today, and I did do it in a suit, so it counts for Button Up Monday. I don't have an acoustic guitar available right now, and it actually didn't feel that bad, to stand up in a suit. What's like standing up at church or something. I don't know. Once you accept it and know that that's what you're supposed to do, and you're doing that, and you're okay with it, it's all right. I don't mind it. But I'd rather dress like this, but I know how to dress up. That's one reason I dress like this, is because I was dressing up very early in life, and it's just phooey on that. I hope you guys can tell my levity. That's me. That's my brightness. My mood is actually good with these new challenges and this new information that I'm sharing with you guys as well. I feel good about it. I was almost feeling strangled by this house and all the bills involved, that I just felt like I wasn't moving. I felt like I was stuck in some muck. But getting out of it, actually frees me up a little and makes it more exciting. And whatever I get, I hope I can see my YouTube money actually go to my pockets, not just to some mountain of debt that I already owe. There's no fun in that. There's no joy in that. It doesn't make a difference how much I make on YouTube because I don't see that money. It just pays off a percentage of the debt I'm already in, and that's no fun. So, and I did like doing Wait by White Lion. I know I didn't get it. I know I didn't do it perfectly, but then again, I hear the song. I play a song the way I hear it a lot of the time, not just the way exactly how they did it. I mean, I played it right, but I emphasized the parts that resonate with me. Vito Bratta did it a little differently than me, and I learned the gist of Vito Bratta's solo, but I didn't try to copy it. I just did my own, but I know the gist of what he was doing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. I kind of think, well, here's a tidbit I probably shouldn't say, but if it meant my career and I just had to because I was going to make $1 million if I did and not make anything if I didn't, I would actually, if I had to, I would dress in a suit for my rock performances. That's a funny thing to say, though, for Shirtless Guy, right? Why would I agree to that? Well, if someone said you have a contract, but you can make $1 million a year, the problem is you have to dress in a suit on stage, I'd say, okay, Can take me to warehouse. Because personally, I don't like the feel of a suit. I don't like the restrictedness of it, but I do all right in suits. I can do it. I know how to do that. The interesting tidbit, I'm just going to ramble now, as if I weren't rambling before. Do you realize, I was just thinking the other day, my adoptive dad was military, Navy SEAL. That I know is true of my adopted dad. If Jim Morrison is my actual biological dad, then my biological grandpa was a Navy admiral, because Jim's dad was Admiral Steve Morrison, and that meant that would mean either way I have military on both parts of my family, my adopted part and my blood part. And funny thing about the blood part too is that Jim Morrison reacted against his dad, and I did the same thing against my dad. And yet Jim Morrison had a dad that was military, and I had a dad that's military, and I might have a grandpa that's military and a dad that's military, depending on if you're talking about my adoptive side or my natural side. I think it's cool coincidences or whatever. I can see Jim's point though. When you get raised by a dictator, freedom's important to you. I have a bigger beef with freedom than the average person, because I didn't grow up with much. And so I express myself differently as an adult. It's simple. I'm sure there's the ways that could have been predicted. You take a kid, you don't let him be with his natural parents, pluck him with his adoptive parents, and have the adoptive parents beat him, and then send him to hard school, which he drops out of, and then just has to be on the street for 10 years basically. And he's just going to be a normal member. Well, there's some outlierness there that is going to make me a little shirtless guy out of the whole deal, and that's how it is. The reason I'm waiting here and not on my walk is I'm waiting for my new cell phone from Spectrum to come. Otherwise, I'd be going on my walk right now, but I have to wait till it comes, because it comes today, and I have to sign for it to get it. I can't, if I leave and it comes, I miss my phone, and I've already dropped out of T-Mobile service. So I need to have my new phone from Spectrum, because we're unifying the internet. I'm paying for the internet now, and we're making it a bundle, my phone and the internet at the house. So they had to change companies to Spectrum, because they're the ones that do the house internet. So I'm going to get my Spectrum phone today. Still going to be an Android though. I just feel comfortable with Android. I don't know. I don't like Steve Jobs for some reason. I don't like him. And iPhones they just irk me. And maybe they're better somehow, but I'm more comfortable with Androids. Anyway, anything else I can say? I might catch up on my reading while I'm out here. I'm reading this book, The Quadrivium. Yeah, nice miss, Jimmie. The Quadrivium. I'm 3/4 of the way through it. I promised a friend of mine around here that I know that I would loan it to her when I'm done reading it, and I will do that when I'm done. 3/4 of the way through it. And I have other books I might catch up on. I have Infernal Geometry in the Left-Hand Path. It's kind of like dark magic thing. I might read David Icke over there. I'll probably stick to these two for today. The Magical System of the Nine Angles. So cool. I don't mean to waste anybody's time, but I'm just jabbering right now. You would think being a YouTube creator is all fun and games and easy, and it kind of is, but it's also not, because there's two things. First of all, you're a creator 24/7, so my job is all day, every day, and also I have to feel the inspiration, and I hope you guys enjoyed me doing "Keep Yourself Alive" by Queen too. See, I have to keep and then before that I did Babe and Keep on Loving You. It takes energy to figure out what to do next and what I feel is right for my channel. It's not an effortless process. I have to decide what am I going to do next, what direction to take, and it does keep me on my toes, and it is actual work, you know. Yeah, I know it's not work like you go into a cubicle with a computer and people breathing down your neck right next to another computer with a cubicle, but it's work of its own kind, you know, and I enjoy it. I really do. But it's got its times when I'm glad I got to sleep a lot, let's say, because I just got to rest, and it's, you know, it feels good. You know, sometimes get to get 8 hours sleep once in a while, and I get a lot of sleep sometimes because I put my effort into my walks and my videos and everything. By the time it's time to sleep, I just go out like a light. Anyway, oh, and don't let me forget. I love you guys in my community. And I'm blowing up on TikTok. I really appreciate all you guys on TikTok. I don't make any money on TikTok, but it's so fun to you know, see everybody, you know, following me and all that, and liking my video, you know, my pictures and videos, or and commenting. It just, TikTok is fun, you know. I appreciate you guys for helping out there. And so am I just blabbing? I'm waiting for the phone to come. The only guarantee is it's supposed to come by tonight, which means I could be here I could be here for another, 7 hours? I'm not sure what time it is, but I just have to be out here for that when that phone comes. I got to sign for it, or I won't get my phone. So I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.